I don't ever plan to write again about going to prison and what happened. But I'm really lately, I've been so tempted to tell the whole thing.
Oh.
Because what I've seen, what Trump is going through, is exactly what happened to me. And how they run it, how they do it.
Yeah.
And when the parole board looked me in the eye and said, Jim, we believe that you're not guilty. It shook all the way to Washington. They said, you're free. We declare you're not guilty. Washington could not tolerate the fact that the board had said I wasn't guilty. They did everything they could to make me stay 2 more years in prison after that. I could have gone home 2 years before. It was retro. It was that. When the government wants to get somebody, they get them. And this is what's frustrating about the president. You can't just do that to a president.
Right.
But we're letting it happen.
But
and I don't get it. I don't.
Something is happening, though. And I was going to come here, and I was very distressed, and but the Lord.
I know something's going
but
on.
The
I can
Lord
watch
gave
it.
me
I can see the
here's
signs.
Here's what the Lord. I'm going to show you the encouragement. Here's the encouragement. That's what I believe the Lord showed me. That there's supposed to be a blue wave, this rage machine, this anger, this collective voter backlash. But you see, like what happened last night with the Attorney General in New York? Now, get this. New York is where they're taking the case to take Donald Trump down through getting his Michael Cohen, his personal attorney's files. New York's where they want to judge him. So here's what God does. Hollywood wants to judge Trump, Weinstein scandal, and the entire Hollywood industry gets exposed.
It's crazy.
New York Times wants it. Journalists want to go after him. Boom. From Charlie Rose all the way to, what's his name, with the morning show.
Matt Lauer.
People miss this.
Yep.
It's the wrecking ball of heaven. If you touch God's anointed, what you've done is you basically said, you get this?
Wow.
If you touch him, then you have opened yourself up to equal treatment. So you only go into war when you're in a righteous position and God's in the battle. But if you ever touch somebody that God has anointed, what you've done is here's what the Apostle Paul called in the old King James. The Lord says to him, isn't it hard to kick against the pricks? In other words, you're only furiously kicking your foot at a blade. So take a look at who's getting hurt in this conversation. And what you're seeing is Trump surviving. But I wrote in here that in the crucible of service, he would find God. And that was one of the points that I made, that in the crucible of the ordeal he will go through, he'll be forced to find God. Because that's what happened with Lincoln also.